Hey everybody, it's AJ here. In today's video, we are going to be comparing the Optus 4G home internet against the Optus 4G mobile internet. To keep things as consistent as possible, we are going to be using the same Huawei B525 router, hello Ginger, for both of these SIM cards. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of 4G internet over the NBN, especially because the NBN in my building is terrible, which is why I opt for 4G. But since the pandemic and there's been a lot more people working from home, I have noticed that throughout the day, especially the busy parts of the day, the Optus 4G home network has throttled so much that I've been switching to my mobile phone to a hotspot off that because the 4G home internet just was not working for me. So I figured, why not actually test out using a 4G SIM card that's meant for a mobile phone inside of the 4G home router and see if that improves the speeds at all. We're also going to have our trusty assistant Ginger look over these tests to make sure that they are as fair as possible. So right now we're connected to the Huawei B525 with the 4G home internet SIM card in there, and we're just going to jump over and run a quick speed test to see what sort of speeds this thing pulls down. We're going to hit go. Ginger's going to watch over to make sure these tests are as fair as possible and see what sort of scores and what sort of speeds we're getting. Hello. So you can see here we're getting about 25-26 megs a second down, which is actually a lot faster than what I've been getting throughout the day. Today I was getting 4 or 5 megs consistently, unfortunately. So I was hotspotting off my phone for most of the day. And you can see that we're getting around 4.8, 4.9 meg upload. That is pretty consistent as to what we get. Again, when the download speeds drop to 3 and 4, the upload speeds tend to sit at around half to 1.5 meg upload. So not a bad result, but now let's open up the SIM card, pop it into the 4G router, and then see what sort of speeds this thing gets. So I'm just going to pop off the back of the router, eject our home broadband SIM card, open up the packet, pop it back in. Again, Ginger is making sure that there is nothing untoward happening here and this test is being fair. Cool. Upgraded to a new SIM card, plugged it back in, give it a minute or two for the router to turn itself back on, and then we can run this next speed test. So we've reconnected back to our router after installing the new SIM card. We're going to jump back over the speed test. You can see we have our previous result of 22.4 megs down and 4.7 meg up, and we're just going to run this test again. And I reckon it's going to go back up to the hundreds that we used to get a few years ago with 4G home internet, but now using 4G mobile internet. Okay, so it's not quite the close to hundreds that I was expecting, but you know, we've almost tripled the digits there from 20 something to 60. But look at the upload speed. We went from 4 to almost 40. So that is 10 times the amount of upload speed using the mobile 4G internet instead of the Optus 4G home internet. And we're going to run that test one more time, and we're going to look at these results in a second. But you got to ask yourself the question as to why. Why isn't 4G home internet the same as 4G mobile internet? And I think it has to come down to the fact of the plans. You can get a 4G home internet bundle and you can get 500 gigs for $75 with Optus. To get $75 worth for a mobile SIM card, you're getting about 200 gigs worth of data. So on the home internet bundle, you're getting a lot more data. So obviously there has to be some sort of trade-off, which it seems like they trade off the amount of speed that they do give you. So this makes me beg the question as to why is there such a difference between Optus 4G home internet and Optus 4G mobile internet? And what I think it comes down to is the value that you're getting. With Optus 4G home internet, I pay $75 a month and I get 500 gigs of data. For the same mobile data SIM that cost me $65, so $10 less, I'm only getting 200 gigs of data. So the home internet gives you a bigger data pool, but I think the trade-off there is that they're starting to throttle it now as the networks get hit with a lot more traffic with people working from home. With the current working from home situation, I found that I'm having to tether off my phone so much more during the day when internet is really critical to do my work that it got me questioning, why do I even have this 4G home router? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cancel the $75 Optus 4G home internet, and I'm going to stick with the $65 200 gig mobile SIM card. And here's why. I've got 200 gigs with this SIM card on the Optus network, but both my phone and Ashley's phones are also on the Optus network. On my phone SIM, I get 100 gigs, and on her phone SIM, she gets 100 gigs as well. So we've got a 200 gig SIM here, then we've got 100 gig for me and 100 gig for her, and that goes into a data pool where we get 400 gigs between our home internet and our phones to share. We don't use a lot of data. I use the majority of the data for my work, and when I look at how much data we've been using on the 4G home internet, we barely go over 150 gigs a month. So this is a more costly option, but if I'm getting much more consistent speeds, I actually think it's going to be a better option for me. If you're looking at getting a 4G home internet router, I'd recommend having a look at how much data you actually think you're going to use, and could you use something like a mobile SIM that gives you better speeds with that 4G router and pull some data together. That's what I'm going to do for now. I'm going to test it out, and I will update you guys as to how it is going after I use it for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, let me know. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, let me know by leaving a comment in the section down below. And of course, if you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.